As you can see, we had a plan going in to the time period before the crest, and we have a plan at the back end as the water recedes. And the operation team has been absolutely flawless in the execution of that plan going into the crest. And one of the reasons is because the citizens of this community have been so cooperative. So as we're working on the back end of this plan of the river receding, we hope that you will be equally as cooperative and let everybody get their jobs done. You know, Cedar Rapids has received a lot of national publicity over the last several days, and I've been interviewed by a lot of reporters that aren't local reporters and radio people that aren't local radio people. And they almost have a sense of disbelief that the community could come together like we did. They're astonished by it in many ways. And they asked me, well, what's so special about Cedar Rapids? And maybe my first response is, well, we're from Cedar Rapids and we're Iowans. We're good people. But there are good people in other cities, and there are good people in other states. Really, what made the community come together the way we did? As I've thought about that, a lot of different reasons, but I think there's two primary reasons. Reason number one is we remember the scars of the 2008 flood. We still see some of the scars around our community from the 2008 scars. Now maybe some of those scars have been covered over by new buildings, but the scars in our mind of 2008 will always be there. We'll never forget people's possessions on the side of the street. Pictures, mementos, heirlooms, possessions, and that claw as it would drive down the street and reach down and crunch all that stuff and lift it in to a dump truck and haul it away to the landfill. Those scars will never be forgotten. And that is one of the motivating factors that I saw from people. They said, oh no, not again. We can't have that. We have to do something. And the other reason, though, is the overwhelming pride in this community over the last 8 years of participating, of witnessing, of experiencing this tremendous recovery of our town to where we're better, stronger, more vibrant than we've ever been. So when you couple that pride that we have from the recovery of 2008 with the scars of 2008, that's what brought everybody together. Everybody, business, labor, arts, nonprofit, residents, non-residents, east side, west side, young, old, rich, poor, it didn't matter. Everybody came together. And then everybody found a role. Some people monitored the situation. Some people reported on the situation. Some people drove the dump trucks. Some people carried the sandbags. Some people made the meals. And some people gave the hugs. And it was this effort by everyone. And because of that effort, it worked. You did it. You saved your city from the second highest crest this community has ever experienced. Now in these final days, we can't be careless. Councilman Julick gave me a great analogy. I usually come up with my own, but he gave me a great analogy and he reminded me of that football player who's running with the ball, and just as they're approaching the goal line, they put their hand down, and at the 1 foot line, someone swats the ball out of their hand. But we won this time. We evened the score. In 2008, River versus City, the River won. We got beat bad. We got skunked. Round 2, the City won. The score's now River 1, City 1. We didn't skunk the River this time. We didn't win unanimously. We won. But there's still damage. There's still cost. Cost to put everything together. Cost to tear everything down. There'll be property damage. Economic damage. The cost of everybody moving. And yeah, there's some emotional damage too that can never be measured in dollars and cents. But right now the score's even, 1-1. There'll be a rematch. There'll be that rubber match. I don't know when it will be. It may be next year. It may be 8 years from now. It may not be for several decades. That's why we need to continue to work on both flood mitigation and flood protection. Flood mitigation means continuing to work with landowners north of us on water quality and water quantity issues. Flood mitigation means we may have to acquire a few more properties. And of course, flood protection means building permanent walls and levees so we don't have to go through this again. So over the next few days, let's not be careless. But also, it's okay to feel a little pride because you deserve it. Thank you.